Hello, welcome back tuning into this video. It's the 17th Christmas update. We're going to use the GFS model, still in its extended range, so still only really looking for trains. Can't be too precise with the detail. But we'll use the GFS model to see what's going to be happening, or what could be happening with the weather as we get towards Christmas, from Christmas Eve through beyond Christmas. Now it's time to run up towards the new year. Before I get on with that, just say about the ads. There's links to articles on most pages at gaswebs.com. Browse to widgets, anything that you're interested in, just click through. There's green keyboard ads on the page. If you right cursor over green keywords, may display ads. If you click through the word, go to Advertise's website, be supporting gaswebs.com by doing that. And Gav's shop remains open, so any Christmas shopping you want to do at Amazon between now and Christmas, just click through the Amazon banners, and you have to go to Amazon to do Christmas shopping as normal at the same time, because you've gone from Gav's Service to Amazon. We get a royalty fee on things that you're purchasing. Thanks very much for doing that. So we're going to start off on Christmas Eve. This is 264 hours away. The model has to break its steps down into 6 hourly steps, so that's why we always talk in terms of hours rather than days. This is 264 hours away. Lunchtime on Christmas Eve, midday Christmas Eve, generated midday today. We see low pressure to the north of Scotland, a deep area of low pressure. High pressure is down to the south. Got a weather system coming through here, bringing rain. It's a little bit cooler up to the north. It's fairly mild down in the south. The upper air temperatures show that we're trying to pull down cooler air, but generally we're still in a fairly mild air mass away from the north of the country. There is rain within the flow, quite wet actually down in the south. It's turning more towards showering, more towards showery conditions in the north. Some of those showers could be on the wintry side. And temperatures very mild in the south Christmas Eve, up to 11 degrees 52 Fahrenheit. It's cooler though up in the north. Now this is the chart for Christmas Day, and it's very much as we've had it through December really. We've got low pressure, deep trough over Scandinavia to the northeast of Scotland. High pressure is down around Spain and Portugal, so the flow is off the Atlantic, but we're bringing in a cooler sector here for Christmas Day. So the upper air temperatures show that we are bringing cooler air down in Scotland. Could be cold enough for some wintry showers over the Scottish mountains, but elsewhere any showers would be of rain. Lots of dry weather being signalled here actually for Christmas Day. Would be a very nice day, plenty of sunshine, brisk, cool sort of breeze, and temperatures about average, so yeah, it would be a pretty decent day. Just wintry precipitation possible over the high ground of northern Scotland, but most places seeing temperatures around average, to be honest, somewhere between around say 4 and 8 degrees. It is milder down in the very far southwest. We go through to Boxing Day, and weather system is starting to topple in from the Atlantic then as we get through into Boxing Day. So that nicer day for Christmas Day doesn't last long. We start to move a weather system in from the Atlantic. Quite a temperature gradient there. It is cold for Scotland, but it's turning milder down across Ireland and southwestern parts of England. It is wet. There's some heavy rain moving in on this particular run of the GFS model for Boxing Day. But remember, this is 312 hours away, so we can't be particularly precise about the detail on this. It's just a suggestion, but it's a pretty unsettled Christmas period, really, with rain never too far away. We do happen to get a nice day for Christmas Day. For the temperatures, pretty cold in the north and the east. We're just at 2s to 4s, but it is milder down in the south and the southwest. Now if we go out beyond that, we see that these weather systems do topple in from the Atlantic, so it turns pretty unsettled, quite mild as well, with more rain spreading in across the country. What is evident is that we're bringing a colder trough down here into central and northern parts of Europe. That is cold air elongating for any northern and central parts of Europe, but we remain on the warmer side just as we run beyond Christmas up towards the start of the new year. This cold air up over Scandinavia, it is cold air digging through in Central Europe, that is held at bay really by the milder conditions in the Atlantic. Nevertheless, this how we end up on the 29th of December could just be the first indication that things may be trying to turn into a colder pattern as we're going up to the new year. We would have to watch out for this dense cold pool that we have across northeastern and northern parts of Europe. Finally, have a quick look at the parallel GFS. There's two versions of GFS at the moment. The regular one that we're using all the time for the videos. There's also the parallel, which is the upgraded version, and will become the main version as we get through to January. That's just show you quick what that's showing for Christmas Eve, bringing up this mild westerly, southwesterly flow. There's weather systems in the flow with that as well, so it's wet, windy, but pretty mild across the country. Stays unsettled as we go through into Christmas Day. Very mild air being dragged up across the south for Christmas Day. Again, a weather system is within the flow here in the north and east. It's turning, or it is quite wet. Going through to Boxing Day, very similar situation, but notice again this cold air is digging down through northern central parts of Europe. A cold trough is definitely setting up to the north and the east of the country. As we go out beyond Christmas, get through to the 27th, on in towards the 28th, that cold air is digging down all the time. The pattern is subtly changing, and even that cold air is even starting getting to the north and the east of the country as we get through to the 28th, on in towards the 29th, as far as we can go with both the main GFS and the GFS parallel run. There's definite signs there that high pressure is beginning to develop around Iceland, and cold air is trying to force itself down into the British Isles. Now, even up to the 29th, generally it's still quite mild, but both the GFS operational and the GFS parallel are seeing this cold trough extending into central northern parts of Europe around or just after Christmas. We've got to watch out what's happening with that, because if the cold air is stubborn enough, it will prove hard to shift, and as we get out beyond Christmas, we may start to find ourselves slowly slipping in towards a colder pattern. But for Christmas itself, but it's looking mild generally and unsettled. Things could emphasise the word could, start to get interesting after Christmas. That's it for now. Hope you enjoyed the update, and thanks for watching.